This is Good Morning America.
As the obesity epidemic continues to spread, more and more Americans are turning to surgery as the way to lose weight. But what if you could reap all the benefits of surgery without having to undergo the knife? Juju has more on this potential power of hypnosis. It's so strong.
That is the question. Could you trick your mind into thinking that you had surgery? Now, hypnosis is so widely acceptable. In fact, an NIH study reports that 2/3 of all doctors say they refer patients for hypnosis when appropriate. But could you actually trick your subconscious into believing you'd had bariatric surgery? For one woman that I met, the proof is in the pounds.
Marianne Zega is on a gurney, about to have gastric band surgery. She smells anesthetic, hears operating room staff, and feels doctors putting a band around her stomach. It's an operation that happens tens of thousands of times a year. But what makes this procedure unique is that none of it is real.
You feel relaxed.
It's all taking place in Marianne's mind. The idea is to fight obesity mentally. The intensive 4-day program also includes behavior therapy to help patients understand what triggers their eating and resist temptation. But it culminates in the gastric band hypnosis session.
My weight controlled my life. I was more a homebody. It probably prevented me from dating a lot and just doing everyday things.
You were really this close to trying the surgery.
Yes, I already went to my doctor, consulted with her.
But instead of surgery, she went to see Hazel Newsom, the only hypnotherapist in the U.S. trained by the Sheerans in the gastric mind band.
This is a program that's over 4 days, and the surgery session is on the 4th day. But the first 3 days are about cognitive behavior. We go into the whys and wherefores of how they got to where they are. When people come to me, hypnosis is usually a last resort for weight release. And they've tried everything else, and so then they come for hypnosis. But the gastric mind band really grips them because it is a new element.
Which brings us back to Marianne. Last year, at 325 pounds, she was ready for a change after struggling with her weight for most of her 47 years.
I really concentrate on empowering people. Because a lot of people, they're very empowered in other parts of their life. They have control in other parts of their life. Comes to the food, and they feel that they're out of control, and that's disempowering. And I think empowerment is very important. So that's one of the main things that we really work on in the first 3 sessions, is taking back control of their eating habits. And dieting deals with this from the outside. Right. It's all in the conscious mind. But with this program, you go into the subconscious mind and work with the desires, the triggers.
We've had weight loss hypnosis for quite some time. This is different.
Yes, they absolutely do believe that they have a smaller capacity to eat. Yes.
So in your mind, you have a band around your stomach.
Yes.
And that feels real to you?
Yes. Immediately after I left, I felt different.
How long did it take before the weight started coming off?
It just felt like it melted off of my body overnight.
This is her before, this is her now.
Yesterday was 10 months and I've lost 120 pounds.
How do you explain how that happened?
Through my subconscious, through my mind. My mind controls what goes into my body.
This is a lifestyle change, and it's not a magic wand. You know, they don't sit in the chair and immediately get up and they're 20 pounds lighter. It's not, but they do go out with tools. And they go out with the tools to make this a success, to achieve their goal. That's why they come in, and they go out with those tools. Somebody asked me, can you guarantee this? And I have to say, no, I can't guarantee somebody's behavior. No. I can certainly work with you, and I will give you all that I can, all that I am capable of. You have my undivided attention and knowledge. But then you go out and armed with this tremendous help, then you go forward.
How would you describe yourself then versus now?
I'm dating. I go out a lot more. I'm more confident. I feel like I'm living my life now.
So you genuinely feel like a changed woman?
I do.